everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Zamboni Talk. Before we start, as always, I'd like to really thank you for watching. And if you find any value in this or any entertainment, a reason it calms you down a bit, any kind of escape from this video or from me talking, I really ask that you please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And comment if you have any discourse down in the comment section as well, because that's something I want to get going in these videos as well. I want people to comment and maybe have to relate with some stories or anything along those lines. So today what I wanted to talk about is that how does anybody expect to achieve anything if at first they don't even think it's possible? So this is something that's really prevalent in my life, because there's some things that I say to people that I talk about on a daily basis, and it just doesn't even compute with some people that such things are possible. And this is really where it all starts. Before there's any sort of game plan about how to do anything, how you can achieve anything, the very first step is that you have to believe that it is possible to start with. And one thing in my life, which I've really had to come to accept this to be able to do it, is that, and this might not be a big deal for some people out there, but this is really a goal I've set to achieve this year, is that in the gym, I wanted to deadlift 600 pounds. So this for me would be an impressive feat, because I'm still a very low body fat percentage, and that would be about three times my weight. So I'd be quite happy with that. And I know this is not a fitness channel, this is not a nutrition channel, this is more motivation, daily talk. But for me, and I'm so close to that lift, I've just recently broke another plateau, which has gotten me really, really close to this lift, as I just did a couple pounds below that just today, and it actually felt really easy, which I couldn't believe. But although I say I couldn't believe it, I actually did believe it, because this is something that I had to get through my mind, as every time I went down, I failed at this weight probably 10 times, 10 separate days before I did it today. And the reason why I failed, and this is with the deadlift, but this is with many other things in life as well, and the reason that I failed when I went down is that I had self-doubt each and every time I went to go grab that bar. And that's what crept in each time I went down. And that's what I started to realize, is that each time when I went down to get that bar, because at lower weights, I did it so easily that it didn't really make sense. That just below the 600 pound threshold that I'm at currently, that I couldn't do it, because I would go down a little bit and I'd be able to do 4 or 5 reps at that weight. So for me, it didn't make much sense why I couldn't do it. And then I started to, once again, reverse engineer the whole situation and figure out, why am I not achieving the goal that I want? And this goes for the deadlift, this goes for anything else in life. And what I started to realize is that every time I went down, I would do my last warm-up set, I would go down for my set, I would grab the bar, and instantly self-doubt would enter my mind. And this is such an unbelievable lesson that I've learned from this whole journey, is that whenever you're about to do something, you may have the skills to do it. You may be able to do it. You may have all the tools necessary. But right when it comes down to it, if you have that self-doubt, if you start having that in your mind, that thought that, you know what if this goes wrong? What if I get hurt? What if I can't achieve this? What if I am in embarrassment? What if all this work I put in is not worth it and I'm never going to achieve my goal? These are all the thoughts that entered my mind, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds before my lift. And that's just something that cannot happen to be successful. And what I've started to realize is that when those thoughts come in, it's almost like these little videos or cartoons where you have someone on each shoulder. You have to tell that voice off, and you have to do it in a rather aggressive manner, because you have to not let those thoughts creep in, because they will take over, just completely take over. And that's something in life that we cannot have. So that really brought me back to my life in general. As I tell people that work out, that I work with, and in general, everybody that I come across in life, and I say, I want to reach a 600-pound deadlift by the end of the year at a just under 200-pound body weight. For example, like I'm saying, once again, this is not a fitness channel, but I'm just bringing up something in my life that that is a great life lesson and metaphor. And some people just say that that's crazy, that's ridiculous, that's not even possible, whatever else they say. However, what they don't realize is that the last 7 years, or 10 years even, I've been going up 2.5 pounds, 5 pounds every week, every 2 weeks, every month. I've been doing another repetition every session to be able to propel myself forward. That's what nobody realizes through this whole thing, is that this so-called impossible feat that everybody thinks is not is impossible if you look at it through a lens of, I want to do this in a year, I want to do this, next week, next week or tomorrow, or whatever else kind of, whatever other kind of time frame that you have that's not realistic. For sure, that is absolutely impossible. However, really, like, this all comes back down to, it's a great quote that I always hear, is that people really overestimate what they can do in 1 year, and they really underestimate what they can do in 10. Because I never thought that when I started working out, I would achieve what I've achieved so far. I never thought that when I started working at McDonald's, getting my first paycheck, that I would be able to have the investment portfolio and the real estate portfolio that I have right now. That's something that is not, it doesn't come into your mind right away, but it's unbelievable what you can achieve and what you can find possible if you put your head down every day and just do the work. And that's really what one of my older videos relates to, because that's one of the key subjects I talk about, is that you have to get to a point in your life, if you want any sort of success with anything, that you enjoy the work. You enjoy it. You enjoy it even when you're not having a good day. When things are going wrong, when you fail, as I did with this deadlift, I failed 10 times. I walk into the gym and leave upset 10 times. Right? And before that, the week before that, I failed another 10, 20 times. Somewhere in between that range. And, that's completely disheartening, and it's frustrating, and most people would quit something like that. Or in my investment portfolio, I have a company that would go bankrupt, and I would lose $5,000 in a day. I would lose $10,000 in a day. And I know for some people that's not a substantial amount of money, but for me it is. Where I'm at this point in my life, that is a substantial amount of money to lose, especially in one day. But you know what? As long as you don't put yourself in a position where you're going to break yourself with anything in life, as long as you have the opportunity and the ability to rebound from these lessons, anything is possible, and you learn from them, and you become so strong. Because when stuff like this happens, you just become so strong that people don't even comprehend what you're doing. They say, "What? How are you lifting this much? There must be steroids involved. There must be this, that." So, no, what there has been is there's been consistently 10 years of hard work. And I really think in most things in life, whether you're creating wealth, a really lasting relationship, a solid friendship that will last forever, a tremendous physique, anything along those lines. It really is 10 years of hard work. That's really what it takes. But when you start that 10 years of work, because the 10 years are going to go by either way, never say that something is impossible because you would be so unbelievably shocked what can be achieved in 10 years and what is possible. So that's my lesson for today. And I hope everybody found a little bit of motivation out of that or some entertainment. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you can, please like and subscribe. And we will catch you in the next episode of the Daily Zamboni Talk.